Good morning. These are your Tribune headlines for Tuesday, January 27th, 2026, brought to you by your Daily Bahamas headlines, especially for people on the go and those who are visually impaired. Please remember to like, share, and follow our Facebook, YouTube, and WhatsApp channels. We begin with the lead story. The Tribune reports on a major visa fraud case in which a Haitian pastor and several others are charged in connection with a $14,000 visa scam. Prosecutors allege that money was demanded through an Island Luck account in exchange for promises of visas to the Bahamas. The matter is before the courts and has raised serious concerns about abuse of public trust and immigration processes. Another front-page story focuses on the Public Hospitals Authority overtime crisis. Health Minister Dr. Michael Darville confirms that the PHA exhausted its overtime funds and did not notify the government in time. Unions warn the situation is critical, saying delayed payments are pushing the healthcare system toward collapse. Nurses and support staff say they have already begun cutting back on overtime, raising concerns about patient care if the issue is not resolved. Also on the front page, her Prime Minister Philip Brave Davis received a warm welcome in Grand Bahama, where business and civic leaders pressed for clear and concrete plans for the island's long-term development. The Grand Bahama Chamber of Commerce stressed the need for timelines and certainty, particularly for stalled projects and infrastructure investment. On the political front, first-time voters are expressing apathy ahead of the next general election. Many young Bahamians interviewed say they feel disconnected from party politics and unconvinced that their participation leads to meaningful change. Analysts warn that voter disengagement could have long-term consequences for democratic participation. The Tribune also reports that the Progressive Liberal Party remains divided over the timing of its pre-election convention, with some party figures arguing that attention should remain on governance rather than internal contests so close to an election. In regional and travel news, Bahamasa says its operations were not significantly affected by a bomb scare at Miami International Airport, although flights were disrupted and passengers delayed. At the same time, Winter Storm Fern stranded Bahamians across several U.S. states, canceling flights and leaving travelers scrambling for accommodation and rebooking options. Several deeply personal stories are also featured. One mother is pleading for justice and closure following the death of her son, saying she simply wants to put him to rest. Another family continues to seek answers in the killing of a homeless man, insisting he was not confrontational and deserves dignity, accountability, and truth. The Tribune's editorial today focuses on systemic breakdowns within public institutions and the toll they take on families seeking justice. The editorial argues that delays, poor communication, and lack of accountability have left too many Bahamians in limbo, waiting years for answers. It warns that justice delayed becomes justice denied and calls for urgent reform to restore public trust. Letters to the editor reflect growing frustration among readers. One writer challenges the idea that resilience alone can carry the country forward, arguing that discipline without strategic leadership leads to stagnation. Another letter questions the effectiveness of social media popularity in winning elections, stressing the importance of grassroots engagement. A third calls for political accountability, arguing that promises must carry consequences when they are not fulfilled. Those are the major stories making news in today's Tribune. For full coverage and additional reporting, please purchase a copy of the Tribune or visit their website to read today's edition. Thank you for listening. Staying informed empowers us all. Enjoy your day, be blessed, and be a blessing.